Hello, my name is Greg Roybaugh with Lombard Instrument, and I'm going to show you a tutorial using an Android tablet. In this case, it is the brand new Nexus 9 tablet from Google. It's just been released. It's very nice. We're going to show you how to use it with the brand new Topcon Nw-400 camera. With the advent of the Nw-400 camera, you can use your brand new camera without using a computer. It has a wireless connection to it that allows you to connect any tablet or tablets, including an iPad or an Android, to the unit Wi-Fi using the ad hoc method of connectivity. What ad hoc is, it's a direct connection between the tablets or the iPad and the camera itself. I'm going to show you how to use the tablet, viewing the images in the exam room. A lot of people will take a tablet and leave it in the exam room, or they'll share a tablet between 2 or 3 exam rooms. This way you don't need a computer in each room to show the patients. A lot of practices have used this method now. It's getting really popular with the new Topcon Nw-400 camera. It's a very automatic camera. It's very easy to use. It takes a very good picture. So the first thing I'm going to do is after we set it up in your office, this is the tutorial mainly on the Nexus and on the Android tablet. I've already done one on the iPad tablet, and you can see that on YouTube, and I'll post this to YouTube also. The iPad tutorial is about 22 minutes. The iPad is very good. We can use it on the iPad Air or the iPad Air 2. The display is fantastic, as you know. iPad displays are very good. And this Nexus 9 tablet does also have a very good display. They're very close. I've compared the two side by side, and I think that the iPad is just a little better. It is a little cleaner and a little sharper. However, the iPad is $600 to $700, where this Nexus 9 pad is only $350, about half the cost. So depending on whether you're an Android user, I guess it's a personal preference, or an iPad user, Apple product user. It's a personal preference of what you might want to use. So I'm going to show you how to get started. Switching your tablet over from your internet connection that you normally use to the Lombard DVS Wi-Fi ad hoc system. So you're going to find your system setting in your on your tablet, and you're going to go to the settings menu. And this is using the brand new Lollipop operating system that was just released by Google about 2 months ago, back in October of 2014. So you're going to find your Wi-Fi, go to settings, click your Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, on the movie, I can't point to the place where you have to be on the screen. I have to basically describe it to you, then go there and press the button, press the icons. So you can see I'm now connected to the top one, which says downstairs guest. That's our internet connection. And we cannot be connected to that one in order to view the images. We have to go to the Lombard DVS, and you can see it's been connected before, and it says saved. So if you're familiar with your Wi-Fi connection, you got to go and click on your Lombard DVS. It's going to ask you to connect. You're going to hit connect in the right-hand corner, and it's going to connect. Now you can see it says Lombard DVS connected. Okay, so now we can go back to our home screen by pressing the middle button, the middle section, middle button down there, middle icon. And the program that we're using to view the images are stored on a NAS drive. What that means is a network attached storage drive on the camera. So basically, once you take the picture, you can and you hit OK on the screen on the camera, it'll store it to the NAS drive, and that's what you're viewing. You're viewing all the images from your pad on that NAS drive. So we've chosen a program called Solid Explorer. It's free, and we set it for you, so we're going to put it on there, and now you can see that we have the images coming in from our NAS drive on the tablet. Okay, I'm going to go over this screen with you completely. Basically, you can see in the upper left-hand corner it says Topcon Nw-400. That's the name of the Topcon camera, and then you can see the name Lombard beside that. That's where the images get stored in the Lombard folder on the NAS drive. So you can see we have some names in here, and I'm going to go over each icon over here on the right hand side and tell you a little bit about each one. The very first top one says new. You'll never use it, so don't worry about it. Once this is set up, you won't have to touch that. Actions, you won't need that one either. Filter, yes, filter, you will use that. That's how you're going to find images for patients. Okay, and I'll describe that one later. So filter you'll use. Jump you will not use. So you can forget about that one. And menu you will use sometimes, and I'll explain that one to you in a little bit. Basically though, once the images are up, it's just like any other, like the gallery or the camera roll on an iPad. You're just going to touch that image to the right of the image, and you're going to see that the image comes up. You're going to see that it displays the name of the patient in the upper top left-hand corner, and along with the ID number, and I'll explain that to you, the date and time, and the item, and whether it's the left eye or the right eye, and it automatically numbers the JPEG image for you. All these images are JPEG. It automatically numbers it for you when you take it from the camera. Okay? So we're going to press the back button here down at the bottom, the left arrow, to go back to the main screen. The camera automatically time dates and stamps each image, but you have to put in, when you take the image from the camera, you have to put in the last name and then an underscore. So you see we use last name of Smith, then the underscore, first name of Bob, then an underscore, then a patient charter ID number. On the patient charter ID number, a lot of EMR companies provide that, and you can use that number. That's the one we recommend, so it matches your EMR. Or you can use, some people that aren't using EMRs use the last 4 digits of the Social Security number. So that's what that 2345 is for Bob Smith. That's what that 5678 is for Janet Jones. Okay, that's the 4-digit code, or it can be the EMR number, whichever you practice uses. You can choose to do that. So again, I'm going to click to the right of the icon in the white area. It's going to come up, and you can see that image comes up, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to zoom in by pinching and zooming out, just like you do on any other tablet. You can zoom in, you can zoom back out. If you swipe to the left or to the right, you'll go to the next patient. There's Janet Jones. Swipe to the left again. There's Bob Smith. You can zoom in on that. See, we have a nice disc picture there and a nice macula picture. You can zoom back down. We're going to hit the left arrow down at the bottom to go back to the main screen. You can see we can go back to the main screen. So that's basically how you do it. Let's take a look at Denise Miller here. Let's take a look at that external shot that the camera did. You can do external shots too. You can view that, and you can zoom in, and you can zoom back out, and we'll go back to the main screen by hitting the left icon down at the bottom of the screen, that left arrow. Okay, so basically that's how you bring up images and show them to the patient using the tablet. Now, this is still a network. It's a Wi-Fi connected network. And sometimes when the images are taken from the camera and you'll save the images, you're going to want to save the images that are good. Sometimes the patient will blink or partially blink, or they'll back out of the camera, or it'll be out of focus for some reason. They're moving around too much. You can delete the images once they're saved to the NAS drive, but we don't recommend that. We recommend deleting the images on the fly at the camera level. After you take the picture, the image will appear at full screen on the camera screen. And there'll be 2 icons down below. One will say erase, one will say OK save. If you hit OK save, that's what saves it to the NAS drive. If they blink, or a partial blink, or it's out of focus, or it's too dark because the pupil's too small, you can hit the erase button, and then it won't save it to the NAS drive, and it will not appear on the tablet. So do it at that level. But you can delete at this level too, and I'll show you how that's done a little later. In case somebody accidentally hits OK on a bad image, you can still delete it. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how to search for patients. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go, remember, new at the top right-hand corner up here, you're not going to hit that. Actions you're not going to hit. Filter, right in the middle there, is the one that we're going to click. So we're going to press filter, and it's going to give you a screen with the keyboard. We're going to just filter on that ID number that we talked about, either the last 4 digits of Social Security number or the EMR number that's coming from the EMR program. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to switch to the lower left-hand corner. We're going to switch to the numbers, and we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see now it's isolated those images to Bob Smith. And then over on the right-hand side, there's a check mark there with a light bluish-green background. You click that. That takes the keyboard away, and there's your Bob Smith. So you're going to click Bob Smith, and you can see there's the image there. So you can show it to Bob Smith there. And if you swipe to the right, you're going to get Bob Smith again, the other eye. So let's, right here, let's do it again. There's the other eye for Bob Smith. There's the right eye. And if we go back, there's the left eye. Okay, for Bob Smith. Now let's go back to the main screen by using the left. As you can see, it brought us back to the screen that we were just at, the search screen. You see the other images are no longer there. So to go back to the main screen, just Lombard again, and they'll all reappear. So now let's find Denise Miller. Okay, so let's go to Filter, and let's switch to numbers. And we know from the EMR program, or the last digits of the phone number of the ID number, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And there she is. Hit the green check mark and just highlight it, and there's the image right there. So that's how you search using the tablet software. Okay, now we're going to go back by hitting the left-hand corner back to the screen. It takes you back to the search screen where you just were. So to get back out of that, hit the back left hand again to go back to the main screen. Okay, so that's basically how you search. Now you can also search by name. You don't have to search by ID number. So let's go to Filter, and let's search to Thomas. So T-H-O-M-A-S. You see it brought it up as soon as we got the T-H-O, because it's the only one in there. And we just hit the green check mark, and we click, and there's Jeff Thomas's retina shot right there. Okay, and to go back, we're going to go back by hitting the left arrow at the bottom there on the left side. It's going to take you back to the search screen, and hit it one more time to go back to the main screen. Now on a network, sometimes those images coming in from the camera will not appear immediately on your iPad or your tablet, either one. You need to refresh the network. It's the same way if you have a connected wired network. Sometimes the images will not come onto the screens because the network is busy doing other things. So what you're going to do is you're going to refresh that network every time. On a wired network, it's the keyboard F5. On Wi-Fi network, it's generally the folder or a refresh button. In this case, it's the Lombard folder at the top, right at the top beside the Nw-400. If you click Lombard, it'll automatically refresh the screen. You can see it changed it. It'll bring up all your new images that have been taken since the last image was shown on the screen. So if the pretest area saw six patients in there, all those images would now be on the screen when you hit the Lombard to refresh the network. It'll bring up all the new images coming from the network. So that's how you refresh. Just hit the Lombard folder at the top, and it'll refresh, and all your new images will come in. Okay, so now the other thing that you might want to do is you always want to make sure that the latest images that are being taken from the camera are being shown on your tablet at the top of the tablet. You don't want them to appear at the bottom of the tablet because then you'll have to scroll each time to get them. So we do that by sorting the images coming from the NAS drive. So we go down to Menu, right down here in the lower right-hand corner. Click Menu, and you'll see you get some options there. You're not really going to use any of them, and once this is set up, unless you change it somehow, you really will never have to change it again. You're going to click Sort, and you're always going to sort by modified date and by in order of ascending. This will assure that all the images coming from the camera will always be at the top of your tablet up here at the top. They'll always be the ones at the top. So I'm going to do that again. You're going to go to Menu, and you're going to go to Sort, and you're going to make sure it's modified date and ascending. Okay, and then just touch anywhere on the screen to remove that menu. Okay, so that's how you sort to make sure that those images are on the top. Now let's talk about deleting. Like I said, we want to delete on the fly at the camera level whenever possible. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and click Denise Miller here. But this time, instead of clicking in the area that brings up the image, I'm going to go back. Click actually on the little thumbnail image, and you'll see it puts a check mark there. As soon as you do that, you'll see a new menu has come up at the bottom of the screen. Okay? And you can see it's not the first, the second, the third, the fourth icon from the left. The fifth one from the left is a trash can. Well, that's where you delete it. So if I click that, it's going to say, are you sure you want to delete one item? If you click the yes there, it'll be gone, and it'll be gone forever. It deletes it from the NAS drive. It will never be able to be recovered, because once you're on a network storage and you delete an item, you cannot recover it. I'm going to hit no there. Let's say there's a new operator coming in, and she's just saving every image from the camera. And you got some blinks, you got some out of focuses, you got some that are half retina and half a blink. You got one that's she wasn't looking at the correct green target on the Nw-400, and it's off to the left or off to the right too much. Let's uncheck Denise Miller and let's click Bob Smith here. Let's click that one, and let's click Janet Jones, and let's click Jeff Thomas. Let's say all those were bad. Remember, I clicked on the little thumbnail icon this time. It puts a check mark on those thumbnail icons and highlights each one. Now if we go down to delete, it's going to say, are you sure you want to delete 3 items? If I hit yes there, they're all going to be gone. I'm not going to do it because I need this for the demo. So you're going to hit no. I'm going to hit no. And they'll all go away when I go back. And you can see they're all gone now, so there's no chance of deleting them. So the only way you can really delete is to click on the thumbnail image and then hit the bottom icon for the delete. So it's pretty safe. It even asks you, twice, so don't delete images that are good. But if they were bad, that's how you would do that. Other than that, that's basically it. I'm going to give a quick review. We're going to go back to our home screen. That's the middle section, the middle down here in the middle. And you can see that brings me back to the home screen. And we're going to go to settings, and we're going to go to the Wi-Fi section where you would choose your Wi-Fi network. And you can see we're connected to the Lombard DVS. Okay? And that's where you want to be. If you're connected to anything else, when you click the File Explorer right here, the Solid Explorer icon that allows you to view the images. If you're connected to an internet connection, like the one in your office, it's never going to come up. It'll just sit there and it'll say no images found, not connectable to the network. So make sure you're on the Lombard DVS and you're connected. Go back, click your Solid Explorer, and your images will come up immediately on the tablet. So that's basically it. I think I've covered everything that you need to know how to use the images. We'll just click again, and there's Bob Smith, and we can zoom in, zoom back out. Again, no computer needed. You can just you can move up, move down, left, right, move to the next patient, swipe to the next patient, and as long as you're the sort correct, again, that's menu, sort, modified date, ascending. All your images coming from the camera will be on top, the latest images. And you can just view them and show them to the patient right in the exam room using the tablet. Patients like it. They know it's high tech. They know how to use tablets anyway or iPads anyway, so they think you're right up to date with the latest technology, and you are, especially with this new Topcon Nw-400 camera. It can be used other ways too. This is just one way, a very fast, easy way without using a computer. A lot of doctors don't want to use computers or add another computer in their exam room. Or do anything else with it on the network, or not even have a network, some of them. So this is a very fast, easy way to show the images to the patient without using a computer. Again, zoom in, zoom back out, left arrow button on the bottom to go back to the main. Again, you will not use new, you will not use actions. I'll just show them to you. That's how we configure it. That's all done in the configuration. Actions you will not use. Filter you will use to search for a patient. Let's search for David Smith. His ID number was 6789. There he is. right there. Hit the green check mark it, tap him, and you're right there for him. To go back to the main screen, which won't be the main screen, it'll be the search screen because you've searched. Hit the left arrow. There's the search screen. Then hit the left arrow again to go back to the main screen. So basically you're done there. Jump, you will not use that. But I'll show it to you. And you will use the menu button to make sure that the only thing that you'll use here is sort, to make sure that you're on modified date and ascending, to assure that the latest images coming from the NAS drive will appear at the top of this list. So basically that's all there really is to it. It's pretty simple. It might seem like overwhelming at first, but after you use it for a few days, it's pretty simple to use. It might seem a little overwhelming, but not really. It's really fast and easy. So basically that's all. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy your new camera.